it's Laura with Pampered Chef here. We are making a really easy dinner. It's Friday and I don't want to be in the kitchen any longer than I have to. So I'm going to show you something really easy. We're going to do it kind of in reverse, okay? So this is the end result, a little bit, kind of. Let me show you this. We're actually doing chicken. The recipe is actually turkey cutlets. So I'm going to remove these from the skillet and I'm going to show you how we get to this point. So, oops, I just took off my popping. All right, so this is our kind of our end point right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we get there. All right, so first, you see all this stuff in the skillet right here? All that stuff is good stuff. That's flavor. Don't get rid of it. So now we're going to take some chicken broth. Well, actually, mine's garlic broth, roasted garlic, because I'm out of chicken broth. Who knew? That was silly. Okay, so we're actually going, this is called deglazing. And we're actually wanting to pull all those bits up. And now we're going to add in some butter, okay? And we don't need a whole lot, just a few tablespoons. So we're gonna add in some butter and let that melt down. All right, so now let's get, how did we get to that and that? So let me go back this way and let me show you. So this is called chicken saltimbocca. Now the recipe, you can use turkey, you can use pork cutlets, you can use anything you want. So I've already had the chicken out, and again, you want it dry, so that's why it's on a paper towel. Okay, and definitely want different cutting mats so that there's no cross-contamination. Okay, so one thing I hope that you guys, when you watch these videos, I don't want you to just see a recipe. I want you to say, oh, idea, I'm gonna do it my way. So I'm using chicken tonight. Maybe you would use turkey, maybe use a pork loin or pork chops or whatever. You can totally change some of these things around to fit you and your family. So use these recipes as a guide, okay? So we have our closing cut. And what we're gonna do is we put that chicken breast right on top and then we close it, and you will see the plates right here, they move. And so you have to have an 8-inch blade. This is one of my favorite knives. And you just slice it through. Some of you have seen me use this before, okay? So now we have a thinner cut of chicken, okay? So now we're going to use, just to make sure that it's even thickness, okay? Let me wash my hands really quick. We want to have even thickness, okay? So that's where our meat tenderizer comes in. Now you can have the flat side or the pokey side. We're using the flat side, okay? And I use a bag. You can use saran wrap. It just depends on my mood. We want even thickness, okay? These have already been done. We're not pulverizing. We're simply just evening it out. Now, here's the fun part. You take some flour. You can take regular flour, you can take gluten-free flour. I'm using almond flour, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, 3 tablespoons of flour with about a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. Now I'm using basil tonight. The recipe calls for sage. You can use Italian, you can use whatever floats your boat, okay? So now we would take our cutlet here and we dredge it through the coating, okay? And then we take our prosciutto, however you want to pronounce it. Maybe it's different anywhere you're at, but it's prosciutto. And you don't have to use the whole one. You can actually cut it in half however you want. This is Italian bacon is what my husband calls it, and that's pretty much what it is. So we take our plate, and you're going to put this in the skillet, prosciutto side down. Then you're gonna flip it and reverse it. Just kidding, you're just gonna flip it over. So you're gonna cook it about 3 minutes each side, depending on how thick it is, okay? So now we've pulled up all of this wonderful juice, okay? And you can serve it with any side that you want. So what I'm gonna do tonight, I'm gonna serve it and eat myself with spaghetti squash, but I made potato pancakes this week and we have leftovers, so I'm gonna reheat them in the air fryer so the boys can have that, and that will be dinner. It is extremely easy and really, really tasty. So if you're not traveling and you want a taste of other areas, this is a great recipe to have and to make to maybe think of Italy. So we have our sauce here. And if you want it a little bit thicker, you can add some, I think I'm gonna add some, what's that stuff? Cornstarch. You can add flour to thicken it, but I'm not using flour right now, so I'm going to add some starch to thicken this up and make like a really light gravy, and then we'll serve it with the squash and the potato pancakes. So, see you later!